Hey, how's it going, everybody? I'm Hoser.
I'm Brutus.
Pedro.
Isaac.
And this is Keggercast.
Yeah. Woo.
Like always, my show's a little different every time. This time, I think, is the first time that I'm sitting on camera, and I raised the average age by like 20 years. Yeah, they're all young guys in their 20s. They're my youngest guests so far. And they are Chico Suave from Brawley.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, I'm curious, when I first heard the name, did it come from Gerardo?
Rico. Suave.
No.
How did you guys come up with Chico Suave?
I think Isaac just thought it was a stupid name, so it was just something stupid.
I like to think of like a lot of dumb stuff. So I just said it one day and it stuck.
Yeah.
So having to be the name.
I didn't like it. But
Yeah, we just ran with it and
Yeah.
it just stuck and we liked it eventually.
once it was on a flyer for the first time, we kind of just had to keep it.
yeah, that's what happened with the Goo Goo Dolls, right?
Yeah.
They needed a name too, and then the guys had something, Goo Goo Dolls, and they put it on. But then after that, they couldn't leave the name because it was on all their
Yes,
flyers and
yeah.
posters and stuff.
I like it because nobody knows who doesn't know us. Like they're not gonna know how we're gonna sound. So
It's completely unexpected. You
Yeah.
can't really get our sound just from the name.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of bands you hear the name and you kind of know that you can decide
Yeah,
before you heard them how they're gonna sound.
that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Brutus, you're the guitarist,
Yeah.
and I think you're a drummer. So
Yes.
you play bass.
I play bass.
All right. So, how long have you guys been together?
I would say about
2.5 years
2.5
now.
now. Yeah.
Yeah. We're doing shows for like a year, a little over a year now.
Yeah.
The first year was just a lot of practice, like right here in the shed. So
And we spent a lot of days, hours, and just sweated a lot in the shed.
and freezing.
And
It's a
yeah,
cool track.
yeah.
It's nice.
I'll be
Like-
shivering like behind my drum kit, not wanting to play anymore, but I'll still do it.
Oh yeah, I can imagine in the summer.
And it's really bad in here.
Yeah.
It's unbearably bad. sometimes.
We'll just at this points when it's just completely unbearable, and we'll just go outside and jam right there.
But, yeah. But no, it's a nice little track. I mean, like I said, I know that this definitely sounds gonna be better here than it was in my last podcast because I was in an empty studio,
Oh, okay.
so there was a lot of echo. And so you guys say you've been playing for over a year now,
over 2 years, but for
Performing-
shows, performing over a year.
yeah.
Yeah.
and you mentioned that you performed at the Slabs.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and I know that that's like every Friday, is it? Or
Every Saturday is their
Saturdays,
open mic,
yes.
and on Fridays they kind of have like Builder Bill let people book shows there. So we played both Fridays and Saturdays there.
Actually, I've been wanting to discuss with Bill about getting a special Friday show for us and
Where you
just
guys headline?
getting other
Yeah, we're the
bands and other
headliners.
rappers because I like to do that here.
Right.
And I've done it before, and like it'd be really cool to just go back out to the Slabs again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that. I hear that it gets really good out there.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
Around
Around this time of year.
Yeah, around this
This-
time because snowbirds, people
Oh,
just yeah.
There'll be like a couple hundred people out there on a Saturday night.
That's what I've heard. That's great. That's probably like the biggest audience in all the valley.
Yeah, yeah. Girls.
What would you guys describe your style of music?
Really noisy and really weird, but I would describe it by the way the bands and music we like Black Sabbath and Jimi Hendrix, and,
Nice.
but even stuff that's a bit heavier than that, like there's some underground bands that are like I really into, and I got them into them. So like
Yeah, it's really weird because
like the music is like slow and bluesy. There's a lot of riffs and a lot of solos, effects pedals, wahs and delays and all that type of shit. And it's heavy music, but it's not like thrashing heavy music. It's more like kind of like head bobbing and like just kind of like just looking at us and really loud. Like I like a wall of sound where it's just punishing someone with sound. You know? So it's weird. That's not a genre.
Yeah,
I don't know.
you're describing your music. So.
it is really weird because just the way he puts all that. Because before I even met him, I was listening to completely different genre of music. It's actually really weird. Like that
Yeah.
I came to liking this type of stuff, and I'm playing it now, and I'm really enjoying it. So
Nice.
yeah, it's really fun.
So going to that, how did you guys meet?
My cousin.
Yeah, I was friends with his cousin, and
They went to school together with my
yeah,
cousin.
we're a lot old. We're like 6 years older than him. I'm 25. He's 24.
So you guys went to school together?
Yeah, we went to school together, and I was friends with his cousin, and I would come by here like 3 or 4 years ago just to like drink beer and play like Magic the Gathering, smoke weed, and we would just do that for like a year. And he would come out with his like little cheap guitar, and he wanted me to like,
One day,
he wanted me to teach him
yeah.
how to tune it.
My mom was like, "Hey, he's here.
I know, he
That
was-
one guy that plays guitar is here. Go have him tune your guitar and play with him." And I was like
Yeah.
a little kid, all shy.
He was all shy. He was like 15. He was like, my mom wants to know if you can tune my guitar.
And then I
for
just
me."
go up to him, just.
And
yeah,
so
we've been cool ever since.
well,
pretty much.
what happened is like for the first year I would just like give him lessons
Yeah.
on guitar, and then he said he wanted to play drums, so like I have a homie that like is rich, so like he just was like, oh, I have his drum set, so like I give it away for $50.
Oh, nice.
So we got that drum set out there is what he got, and then
Yeah.
I got him a bass from the same person, and that was like we just started jamming in here. I would have to teach them like how to play and stuff, and but
That's
that was
awesome.
fun though.
That-
The first year was like kind of like I just waiting, like wait till like they're really good, then do a show or something.
It was actually like
Yeah.
really weird because like he says like he would teach us stuff, like he would, but like the way he would describe, like what he would want me to play drums was like really, like weird. Like I'm not really sure how to describe it. He just make like, random sounds with his mouth, and I'm like I'm thinking about it in
Yeah.
my head. Like
Try to follow
because
what-
at the time all
Yeah.
I had was a bass drum and 2 toms, and I had to improvise. I didn't have a cymbal. I used 2 metal aluminum kitchen bowls and stacked them together and put them against like some little like bed or something that was stacked against the wall, and I just used it like a ride and it just worked.
Sort of like stomp, you know?
Yeah, like it got super thrashed. I stopped using it, and then I got my actual hi-hats.
You guys went to school together, and then played with him. Did you guys play before this band?
No, well, as like individually, never together.
Together, I mean,
But
yeah.
nah, cause he like started when he was in the band before he knew how to play. So and same thing with Isaac.
Yeah.
Like I started a band with 2 people that didn't know how to play. And the reason
So
why I
two
was
people
so
that had no experience
Yeah.
whatsoever with music.
like I was desperate because I was so just throughout high school and like you know like between the ages of like 18 to like 22, I was like always like in bands that were jamming, and they would start and we'd write like 2 songs and then it would break up before any shows happened or anything like that happened. So by the time I was like 22, I was like really like kind of just I was like frustrated. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna just like get 2 people who don't know anything
And mold them.
and mold them. Yeah, they were like clay, and I made them the musicians that I needed. Yeah.
And sad part is he made us the way he wanted us to be. Like, he like used his own perception of music and like just threw it on top of us. And
Yeah.
just been doing what he wants us to do, and it's working. We like it, so.
But I'm not like I'm not like a dictator though. I'm not,
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
I don't.
I'm
They still
making-
get input and stuff. They can write their own stuff, and if it's good, we'll
Like
play it.
recently, a lot of our songs I've like made all my drums. Yeah, like literally every song we've done, like the drums,
Yeah, well-
like all the drums are just me.
Like my whole thing was like when I was trying to get them to get to the point where they could play well, I just wanted to get them to be like competent musicians, so that like I wouldn't have to tell them like how to. I never told Isaac change your drum beater, like
Yeah.
because he's so good now that I don't need to tell him that, or Pedro. Like they're like I'm confident in them that they just play the way I want them to
Yeah.
without me telling them, you know. So
So, when did you say, all right, you guys are at the point now where we can start performing and do stuff?
it was probably like after we had like 2 to 3 songs that were like that are like originals that we were doing, and I felt comfortable. Like it got to the point where like we could just start jamming and make up a song on the spot. Like
Okay, yeah.
yeah, when we got to that point, then I kind of knew like this is we're comfortable enough to play live, like without me having, because it's easy to like when we're in a room where I can stop the song and like just say, oh, you did that wrong. But live, I can't really just walk over to Pedro and like, oh, you kind of played that riff wrong.
Right. Keggercast, we have lots of technical difficulties. My phone is apparently I used up too much memory on my phone. Hopefully it holds on this time. When you decided that they were good enough, did you guys feel you guys were ready?
I felt
Ready?
it.
I felt confident. I want to say.
Cool. And he said that. So you didn't play before? Before you met him, did you play? Like, or you did?
No.
We had no experience
Yeah.
whatsoever with any instrument at all.
So you just chose two guys and said.
Well, they were my okay. Well, the thing is, I know like from experience, if you want to be around people a lot, you gotta get along with them.
Yeah.
And in a band, you're gonna be around these people
yeah.
forever. Not forever, but for a long time.
Yeah.
So, as people, I got along with them. They were cool, and
Oh,
so
you did, yeah.
that really mattered to me.
And then,
Like, I'd rather have, two guys that I would have to kind of spend some time with first
yeah.
to like get them musically ready than just like two guys that I have to spend time with getting just to know them, even if they were great musicians. Like,
Just for the record, I hate this guy. Still don't like him.
But so yeah, and that is true because like I bet you the practices when feel like they take forever sometimes because you get I know you
Sometimes they're just too little.
But and that's our thing because you said that you guys all like yes your music is different.
Right.
Do you guys only play originals?
no, we do a cover like once in a while. It's kind of like just jamming, like whatever we feel like. We do a lot of covers here sometimes. Just,
yeah.
But I look at covers as just as way as like getting your
Just filling up your set.
like, or you're just getting, or I feel like it's more like it's just practice.
Yeah.
We're
Oh,
using
okay.
covers
So-
to practice.
All right.
Do you guys play covers live though? Like in your
Yeah,
Yeah.
occasionally, yeah.
Yeah,
Like
a
especially when we do long sets, like sometimes if they ask us to do an hour or something, like
Oh,
they asked us
yeah.
once, they told us you can do half an hour, and we got there, like, what are you guys doing in an hour?
Oh.
Like, we
Yeah.
had to make
That
up
was
another
at,
30 minutes.
That was at Arellano. I don't
Well,
know
we-
if you went. It was
Was
in
it?
El Centro.
One of the nights on Main
Coachella?
Street,
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, we ended up playing like twice as long as we should have.
Yeah, some other
So,
band couldn't make it or something.
We had to
so-
use like every song we knew.
I like those
Yeah.
nights on Main Street.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really fun.
Our singer's not here, by the way. We have a fourth member,
Yeah.
but that's usual for him to not show up to things. But when it's just the three of us, we're doing like a kind of instrumental trio. I'll take breaks in between the songs to go up to the mic and say something and try to crack a joke or something, and people get sometimes really offended at what I
Yeah.
say.
If it's not a joke, it's like, well, it is a joke. It's just always taken offensive. It seems
And
like.
because I like a lot of like deadpan, straight face humor.
Yeah.
So I won't sell the joke. Like I'll just say something that's like
Leave them thinking.
Yeah, Leo.
Was he
is
joking?
Is he serious? Like,
So the singer, is that some guy also that you just
no.
picked up?
Our homie Jared, he's definitely a more maybe as far as live shows, even more experienced than any of us. Because
Oh, he was in bands
he's
before?
been in a bunch of bands.
Yeah.
He's played bass and guitar.
Oh,
Like maybe 4 or 5 different bands, maybe more than that.
When we met him, he actually was playing a band called Joy.
Jared, their guitar player, was he sings for us sometimes.
oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Like last time he sang for us was maybe 2 shows, 3 shows ago. So
So then is he an official member of the band, or is he just like
I
temporary fill-in?
I'm not sure, like,
want to
because
say yes and I want to say no for various reasons.
I feel like he's definitely he's detached a little bit, like not as a friend, but just as a member. Because I feel like we do a lot of instrumental work, and we definitely decide. So he would have no say in the instrumentals.
Yeah.
Like we decide the riffs and the solos and all that stuff. And when he shows up to the shows, I tell him, well, okay, we'll just say your licks over it,
Yeah, yeah.
So there's no real work, whatever he says, I don't even know what he's singing.
Yeah.
Okay. So basically, he's improvising over your instrumentals.
Yeah, I think he says he has some stuff written. Like we have a couple of songs where we do every show, and
I haven't seen anything that he's wrote though.
yeah, he hasn't shown me it, but it sounds like he's saying the same thing. So.
Yeah. It's enjoyable to watch and play to.
That's cool. You guys are performing at Loopapalooza
Yes.
Fest this year. How'd you guys get involved with
We know Luis and Aldo from
Okay, yeah.
EOS. They're really like cool people. Like Luis is one of my favorite people I've met last year.
And he was an awesome bass player too.
Yeah, incredible.
He's really great.
Maybe one of the best.
Yeah.
One of the best musicians in general that I know, like in the valley, and really nice guy. He lent us like a lot.
Just 2 mics.
Yeah, he'll hook us
a
up with some
mic
gear
cable.
when we have house shows
Yeah.
here.
Props to Aldo and
Luis. Yeah, they're really
Yeah.
good
from
people.
Evil Alone.
Yeah, and then like when we do shows and they're running sound,
Yeah.
I always make it sound good.
Yeah.
Even if we play bad,
They know
Like,
their self.
their
like
sound-
they know around the PA.
yeah, their sound is really like they make it sound really
Yeah.
good. Like I remember like almost nearly a year ago we were playing a show in Brawley at Brawley First Fridays,
Oh, yeah.
and my amp, like I had this like a big kind of like PV amp. It sounded great. That shit busted, like it melted like 2 days before, and I kind of panicked. Oh, I don't have an amp, whatever. And I had to take this little small tiny amp, like extra one we have, and they mic'd
They
it
mic'd
up.
it up,
They mic'd it
yeah.
up, and they made
That
it
worked.
sound amazing.
Nice.
Like yeah, I really just like playing with them. Like they're a great band and
Yeah,
great people. And
Definitely.
always just really cool with us, and really cool for everybody. Like I like that.
They're really friendly.
They're kinda
It's
like-
easy to get along
yeah,
with
they
that
are.
type of people.
Their like philosophy on at least bands and shows is like to help out as much as they can,
Yeah.
especially for younger bands like and younger performers. Like that's really a really cool thing for them to do.
Oh yeah. Again, props.
Yeah.
Yeah, these guys are great.
Yeah.
What other bands do you guys like collaborate with? Like that you guys feel like
well,
really close that you guys can.
Well, we collaborate pretty well with a few rappers as well,
Well,
not just bands.
nice.
Like
BHM is the first one.
BHM, yeah.
Our homie that was sitting there, Slim,
Oh,
he
okay.
went to get some beer, but he's in a rap group called BHM with one of his homies.
He's the
Well,
one that said he's
actually-
gonna be performing with Mulio.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
We've
guess,
only seen BHM with 2 members, but according to Slim, they have
it's like a
more
collective.
members on top of it.
There's like a 4 or 5 or whatever he said.
something like that. Yeah.
But the two of them, we do shows here with them like all the time. Like we do house shows and
You mentioned
BHM.
HM.
Oh, hey, BHM.
I gave you that shout out already.
Wanna come over here or what?
Hey, you flash out your face.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll have you in a future episode once I get a camera that actually has more memory again.
Hey, what up?
Yeah, so we do shows with them a lot, and then the Eureka's.
Nonverbal expression.
Nonverbal expression.
Oh, Nonverbal Expressions played at Chuck Fest before too.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're playing this
They're
year
really
too.
good,
Yeah. What are some other bands that are really cool?
Eureka. Oh, you said Eureka's.
Yeah.
Little Lucifer is
Yeah.
a rapper that we're really cool with.
Nice.
He's gonna be
He
on a rap
actually
show.
he gave us this PA. There's another speaker to it.
Oh, I don't know.
Like,
Yeah,
I'm,
he's gonna be.
I'm painting it up slowly.
Yeah, he'll be on a rap show this Saturday. Who else do we know? Mikey.
Mike.
That guy's a really good rapper.
Gang, gang.
Astro Ninja.
Astral Ninja.
Astro Ninja.
Young Jesus.
Nami too.
Nanami.
Nami's playing.
There's a really good music scene in the valley right now, isn't
Yeah.
there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really
It
diverse,
spreads
too.
me too.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it's diverse, but the thing is that it's diverse, the different genres or and even the different genres and styles. But the thing is, but you guys are still like close. Like it
Yeah.
seems like it's a close knit community.
Yeah.
You know?
Every show that we've had here, like house show, is always like a really diverse lineup. Like,
yeah.
and I try to do that like with when I pick the bands, because like I would be bored if I just heard like 5 heavy bands in a row. I want like a heavy band and like a punk band and a couple rappers and someone weird, and like it just makes it really fun for me to just as a spectator to.
I agree. Yeah. Because and I mentioned it on the show before that I think that music shouldn't even be like classified as genres.
Yeah.
Because I think a musician should just play what they like and what they think is good, you know?
Yeah.
Because and without like quantifying it, I mean, a band should be able to. They say, yeah, I came up with this really cool riff that's hard and heavy, but I also came up with this really nice melody that's lower, you know?
Yeah.
Which you shouldn't have to be classified.
Yeah, that puts a lot of like constraints on the way you like write stuff. If you just think like when we write stuff, we just kind of we don't even have a discussion about anything. Like I wrote a riff for it,
Yeah.
you know, and we start playing it, and then
He plays a riff, I play a drum beat, and goes from there.
and then so it's not really like I'm trying to. I think people just have their voice, like they have like the way they play. Like I sound different than like the guitar player for the Eureka's or nonverbal expression, but we're all just trying to play like how we feel. You know? And all the rappers sound different. I like that too. Like,
but the thing is too, they're all different, but they're all really good as well.
yeah. I really like originality and like just because if you're not doing anything original, why are you doing anything?
Exactly.
Like, yeah.
Even if you're playing a cover, you can make it original. You know, it's not. It's like the tribute bands. You know, the tribute bands have to play exactly the way.
Yeah, we do that. We do that really well because we don't actually really learn the cover. We just like we start trying to play
have
something.
Fun and be creative.
We start trying to play something we don't know how to play, and it kind of just sounds like us, anyways. It's like, oh, that was that band. It didn't even sound like that band.
Oh, that is awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, like I mentioned earlier, I have been planning to have a show in February at the Slab City.
Nice.
I'm just contacting, I guess you'd call him a stage manager. They call it Builder Bill. It's really cool name.
All right.
But yeah, I'm just trying to get in contact with him again and get it going. Not really.
We can always just go there and look at his finding. We can just talk to him in person.
Yeah.
But like there's always some show coming up. Like we always post it on like Facebook or Instagram. Like you should follow us on Facebook.
Yeah,
or
and I was
Instagram.
too. Where can people get contact with you on social media or watch your videos? You guys have YouTube?
Yeah, we have YouTube. It's just Chico Suave, just plain like that. Same thing with our Facebook page, but our Instagram page.
He messed up.
Yeah, I messed up. I didn't know what to do. Like I didn't know what to put. And,
2 years ago.
Yeah,
3
2
years ago.
years ago, and it just stayed the same. It's actually Chico Suave 2K. 15. I've been meaning to change it. I'm too lazy. I just let it stick.
Yeah.
So, do you guys have a lot of videos online?
We have probably like a dozen.
Nice.
Probably around a dozen.
Cool, man.
And they're just from like random shows, like just the best ones. Like, well, not even the best ones. A lot of our best shows were never even recorded, or if they were, people don't even they never send us the videos, so we can't post them. The ones that are on there are like the mediocre ones. They're like the okay ones where we weren't so like faded and drunk. They're the ones where I wasn't like falling off the stage, but they weren't the ones where I was like Jimi Hendrix and playing amazing. So they're like in the middle.
Do you guys have any have you guys done any professional recordings yet? Like with
No, we've been talking to a couple of people. I don't want to really say because then then when we do go with one of them, then the other guy is gonna
you pick them over me.
Yeah, but there's a couple of people we've been talking to, and then also we have like some a friend has he lent us a recording kind of like mixer thing. And we have a microphone and a PA now and all that shit, so we can do it at home. Like we can at least do demos here, but we lent that to Jared, our singer, for his other band. So they've had it for like a couple of months now. They're recording in an EP or something like that. So once Jared's done with that, he'll bring it back here and we'll start working on it. Because now we have a bunch of songs now. We have like 7 or 8 songs. So we have enough for like a full album, I think. So.
No, go back to Jared. And I meant to ask you. I was thinking of asking you earlier if he was in a different band because you said you feel like he's a little disconnected. Or,
Yeah. He is. He's in a band called Julia right now. I think they've only done like one show a couple of weeks ago, and I'm gonna try to get them on for a house show here at least. They're a really cool band. They're kind of like similar to like the Eureka's, like a kind of like a shoegaze, kind of like pop, kind of like dream pop punk thing. A lot of delay and a lot of echo in the vocals, and really cool band though. I really like that band. So, they've been here, like they were jamming here like a few days ago.
Yeah, I think it was like 2 days ago. 2 days ago.
Nice.
Yeah. By the way, if anyone wants to come here to jam, that should be something.
Shoot us a message on Facebook if you want to come by and jam.
Or just show up.
Yeah, just show up.
Yeah, well, if you guys ever want like a comedian to host your shows, man, I'm available.
Yeah. We actually, he brought it up.
I was talking to Chris.
Nice.
Chris wanted to not.
Chris Arellano.
Yeah. Not that he wanted to host the show, but he wanted to like perform and wanted to do a little comedy set. So I'm thinking about just having a really mix of different types of things like that.
Yeah, you could be on it as well.
Awesome. Yeah. We'll keep in touch.
I like comedy. Actually, that's one of my favorite things is comedy.
We were actually really surprised to have seen Chris at Slab City doing comedy. It was just really weird. Like, you wouldn't expect to see a comedian there.
Yeah.
At least you probably would, but maybe not see him perform. Like,
In between two bands, like I was a comedian, but I really like I thought he was funny.
yeah.
Yeah, he's a funny guy.
A lot of his jokes, because I think the Cybers didn't get them, because a lot of his jokes, at least what his set was like, he had little jokes about like Mexicans and stuff, and like the Cybers did not get it.
They're all white.
Yeah, they're all white, like hippies. So like, but we got it. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. So it was probably only 3 people laughing, but we were laughing pretty hard. So,
That's like you were talking about how Bill, that's a cool name.
yeah.
Chris was telling me that they call him the comedian.
Yeah.
He's just a comedian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I go, hey,
He's everything.
That's,
Like,
that's a cool nickname, dude. That's
Yeah.
like the Watchmen and shit.
if you look at his if you look at his Facebook, he like lists himself like as his job as like the builder of not Slab City, but of the range, which is like the stage at Slab City.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And then he's also the security.
Oh.
He's the sound guy. He's a
Stage
musician.
manager.
Yeah, he's a stage manager.
Oh, is he a good musician
He's
too?
he's
Yeah.
an electrician. Yeah, he's a performer. He does like a lot of like acoustic, like kind of folky, like kind of like Johnny Cash type of stuff, you know.
It's
I
really
like that
cool.
shit.
Yeah.
I thought it was cool.
When we first saw him play, it was like really surprising, like because it was really good. Like, we didn't expect to see Bill play because he was just running the show, having a good time. And then he's just decided, hey, let me hop on stage and play.
That's awesome.
Yeah, there's actually like there's videos on like YouTube, like with like millions of views and shit
Oh,
that
wow.
have like where Bill is being interviewed.
Shit.
I don't want to say millions, probably hundreds of
Yeah,
thousands
you
of
think
views.
you're exaggerating a little
There is
bit.
one video with the Vice video has like 1 million views, like more than 1 million. But there's a certain where Bill is being interviewed and he says like he built the range just so he can have a place to play.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
You know?
That is cool. Yeah. Well, hopefully I can get 2 million viewers sometime. Not even my parents watch my show. Once again, thanks for having me and for inviting me to come interview you guys and check you guys out. Thanks for watching. Till next time, shut up, bitch! Alright, we made it.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was fun.